Well, hi, good morning. Thanks for joining me in my shop here where I think this is the fourth video on this radio, and today is tube testing day for this radio. Just a quick recap. It seems to work okay on the broadcast band. Nothing else works okay after that. Very, very weak reception on shortwave. Seemed to disappear, in fact, in the middle of me testing it. And FM, disappointingly weak. Non-existent, really. So what do we got in here to test? Boy, this wire's really come out. The dial wire. What do we really got here? So this is probably a rectifier tube up here. It doesn't really... Yeah. You know what? I'm not sure that's a rectifier tube. I'm not sure what that is. Unusually, it's mounted horizontally. That's unusual. A couple of tubes here. Are they both? This is a EL86. And what's this other one here? It's practically jumping out at me. Here we go. So, you know, I could do all this tube testing on my own, which I have done from time to time. But I know a number of you, maybe you, really enjoy watching the tube testing. And what I found is that almost every time things occur that are interesting. Here's one now. Look at my tube tester. Hey, what's going on there? Here she comes. Here she comes today to join me. Now, I'm looking for my magnifier. It's not here. Shadow, did you take the magnifier? Because there is no label on this tube. Well, that's too bad. It does appear to be identical to this one right by it. You know, I'm thinking push-pull output here. I can certainly look at that. And that's clearly an EL86. So I'm looking inside. Yeah, they look identical. Shadow, come on. Don't do personal things on video. So, well, we'll leave these two out. Two 86s. And so I can see what kind of tube this is. This is a three-parter. This is a 3 tubes in one. In there. See that, Shadow? Yeah, don't lick it though. Now, before I get these tubes all mixed up, I'm going to put this one back in. We'll do those output tubes first. I think I better just, on the way, take a peek at the schematic and make sure that's push-pull and all that. Let's take a look at that. Okay, here's the output. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's a tuning eye. Wait a minute, is this the right radio? EF. Wait, that's not the output. What have I done with the output? This is the detector. Hey, what have they done with the output? Here it is down here. There we are. It's a big schematic. EL86 and a, what? Only one EL86? And the other one's an EL84. Uh-oh. Say uh-oh because, you know, these tubes can be swapped by accident. All kinds of things might have happened in here. Let's look at the, is there a layout diagram? I don't think I have a layout diagram for this radio. Uh-oh. We've got to get some certainty in here before we plug these back in. But what it looks like is a, see the output of this tube, if you follow the plate, will go straight in there with no capacitor. 90 volts. What? Okay, And then on the grid of this is just signal coming out of the radio, I'm sure. Okay, a little floored at that. grid fed at 90 volts, EL86. I'll have to check into that. 270, this is only 90 on the plate. Where's it getting its plate voltage from? Oh, what's happening here? The big capacitor here, it must be trebleizing this speaker. This must be the basserizer, and this must be the trebleizer. External speaker. Capacitor here. Okay, don't get caught up in that. There's nothing there of any interest. This is what's really quite bizarre, I think. Again, where does the 90 volts come from? And like this is was all this stuff is floating up 90 volts? Well, they're gonna have a cathode current coming through here. Back to here? Oh my gosh, I'm totally, I don't know what to make of this. This is really weird. Holy smokes. Okay, rather than listen to me lament, I'm going to stop for a minute, look for some more information. Oh, here's a layout right here. Here's the layout right here. Let's say that one more time. Here's the layout right here. So it's V7 and V6. V7 is the one that had the 86. V7, 86. Okay, so they were incorrectly. Assuming the other one's in EL84. And visually they look exactly the same. It's quite possible. I still don't get this. I don't get it. Yeah, I really. say it again. Let's go back to the. Let's do some tube testing. Okay, I have the tube tester set up. I don't have it plugged in yet. I have it plugged in. I do not have the plugs turned on. There we go. EL86 6.3. So this is an output tube. Output tubes work hard in radios as compared to signal tubes, which are, the circuit is arranged in such a way that it doesn't consume the tube nearly as hard as the output, right? They're trying to get everything they can out of these guys to power the speaker. So it's a regular thing that these are worn out in old radios. There we go. I've already double checked this. I'll do it again. So at P4, whoops, I just need to look at the reference here. So EL86 3780. It's at 6,000 scale. 37 is up around here. So it's got to get above my finger, or it's a bad tube. And it came up. Can you tell it's falling off? That's another bad sign for the tube. Okay, we'll give it, I almost never do this, we'll try the life test, which just reduces the heater slightly. Didn't seem to make any difference. Now the radio does, it does ever so slightly move. The radio does have low output, but in the AM band the output was not low, so I don't think this tube is weak enough to really be worried about. So it's going back in, and then we'll take a shot at the other one on the assumption that it is what it purports to be, or should be. It doesn't purport. There's no purporting. That's this guy. So, okay, I'm gonna set up. It's an EL84. You know, I can go ahead and do this right now. EV2793 with a 0. It's a 2793. EV2793. Suspiciously similar. And with a 0. 23. 90. if we use English. And this tube should be 27930, 2390, almost the same reading, 3600. So again, it's going to be 6000 scale up and around here. Okay, here we go. So this appears in the circuit, just glancing at it, it appears to be a driver tube because it's driving the grid, the output tube. So a weakness here would be a weak output problem too. Watching for the short light here. All is clear. Are you ready, Shadow, for this? You ready? Shadow. Shadow. Hey, are you ready? That's as ready as she gets. She's ready. You're watching? Here we go. 37. Kind of in the same area, not falling. So, it's an indication that this radio has some mileage on it. It's reflected in these tubes. Does this tube work hard? I don't think it works as hard as the other one. Let's pull this one out and see what it is. Notice the tube socket is darkened here a fair bit. Easy 80, so that the Z indicates it's a rectifier. Easy 80. We better test this, even though it's bound to be good. Okay, so I will set up the tester, and we'll do that. Still there, right? Okay. My other cat is sleeping, which is kind of what he does all day long. So she's bored. That's why she's in here with me. So we're set up now for the Easy 80. What did I do with the Easy 80? Oh my gosh. Here it is. The cat was looking after it. Definitely Easy 80. You know what? I need to double check this. It's the one time you don't double check it is when you're going to get in trouble. So it should be EV0703 with a 1. 0703 with a 1. Two tests for this. Pushing P3. Let's check the line here just for fun. Only if I can remember how to do it. Line adjust. Just a touch low. Now, hey, Shadow. Shadow, the other cat has appeared. Oh, she's wide-eyed. Who's at the door? Never mind the tubes. Let's play with the cats for a minute here. That's the wrong door. Who's at the door? Who's out here? What's you? Come on in. No, come on in. Come on. You're looking everywhere else. Come on. Look who's on the bench. Look at who's on the bench. Go, Shadow. Go. Go play with the other cat. Look, come on. One of you guys got to do something here. That's it. And there's my cats. So, Peanut out there, he wants to spend time. Yeah, look at him. He wants to spend time on my lap. That's what he's there for. He's telling me, come and do the lap. Let's finish this test. Before I forget what I'm doing completely, I was double checking, and double checking is okay. Looking for shorts. Goodness knows if there was a short in a rectifier tube, we'd know about it already. This is set to replace it. Oh, come on. Come here. Come on, up here. Come on, okay. You can, hang on. I'll just hold you here. He's not too happy about that. Okay, down you go. You see what happens if I don't pay attention to my cats? They get very demanding. Push the button now. P3, rectifier. Has to just come up above this, above the what? Diode. it's okay. There's a rectifier line up here. Good and bad. I guess it's just good and bad. Here we go. P3. She's in the good. Now there's another set of plates in there to check. You need to change the 7 to a 1 and the 1 to a 7. Change the 7 to a 1 and the 1 to a 7. Now, this tube tester, you can do that. Change these settings with the tube sitting in here, but other tube testers never do that. There we are. Okay, no question, rectifier. Good. Okay, you cats can now, we'll go spend some time together. What do you say? What do you say about that? That's the that's her. And you're still here too. What about you? Okay, I'm coming. Peanut? Yeah, I'm gonna come. And we go sit on the couch together. Yes, I know, the couch is that way. I know. Okay. Okay. Oh no, here they come. Nope. Okay, enough of the cat distractions. Back to work now. So, one more tube to do, or another tube to do, rather. Since the, whoops. Would be, well, we might as well just work our way back to the front of the radio. So we will do this one next. This is a .6T8. Okay, I will set the tester up for a 6T8. Doesn't sound very European to me. We'll do that too. And the cats are off playing together, which they often do. So we will check this. 6T8, 6.3 EV. I set it for the second one. 0607 with a 1. 0. What have I done? 68. Oh, I see. There's three tests. There's 3 sections in this tube. So I think I must have set up for the last one. Easy to make a mistake with these, especially these roll charts, because they roll around. EV 02037, 02037, 050. Okay, I got it set up for the, there's 4 tests here. Am I kidding myself? 4 tests? So we're pushing P1 to do a diode test. This machine, I need this on English, and then the diodes are above this little marker here. Okay, and the tube is in. This tube appears to be dead. What's the problem? Usually the short light flashes. Maybe not. Okay, we're ready on diode number diode number 2. Oh my gosh. Nothing happened. Well, that might explain why some of this radio is not working. Especially, it could be, I think this is the detector diodes in here, and there could be 1 for AM and 2 for FM, and maybe this FM one is shot. Let's just double check everything. 02037. 02037. P1. And nothing. Is it even heating up? The tube does not appear to be heating. That's kind of like a fat chance situation there, that this tube could be dead and we're listening to AM radio with it. Wow. And it's EV. Am I got it right? So what we'll do is we'll wiggle the tube and we'll watch the light for a flicker. Oh yeah. Yeah, so the heater didn't make connection. There we are now. Oh, now I can see the 3 heaters are on. Okay, we're in business now. This says more about the tube tester than it says about the tube or the radio. So don't worry too much. Let's go with the shorts there, and now we're seeing some flashes. Very good. P1 above here. Oh, she's way above there. Way, way, way above. Okay, so that was section number 2. We'll do section number 1 now. 0607. 0607. 1. 0607 1 050. 0607 1 050. We're done. P1. Shorts, why not? Just for fun, do that. Okay, P1. She's good. And then the last one, section 3. 0107. No, I did that, didn't I? So I did 0107 with an 8. 0107 with an 8. 050. Shorted here. A little less than the others, but still way above the reject point. Okay, that's great. That tube is good. Not a lot of surprises there. Wow, a lot of dust on this radio too. Okay, we'll take this guy out. This looks like, well, it's an EF85. Made in Holland. EF85. Okay, we'll get set up for that. Okay, we're all set here. I've set it up and double checked it already. EF85. That's correct. Supposing on this tester that it names what each of these is setting. Suppressor, cathode, screen, plate, grid, and these 2 are the filament settings. So in this tester, as soon as you have the filament settings correct and you have the filament voltage correct, you can plug the tube in regardless of these settings. It's like an efficiency thing if you're doing many tubes. Okay, here we go. Shorted. And I have to look over here on the special sheet. EF85 to 1890 is the reject point. So 3000 scale, 1890, coming up in this area here. Got to get above there. Ready? Holy smokes! That is a hot tube, EF85. Okay. So can't expect any problems with that, realistically speaking. Okay, ready for the next tube. The next tube has a shield on it, and I've noticed these clips down here, or a clip, and it looks like there's feet sticking out that slide under the clip. So you got to rotate this shield out from under the clip first to get it off. That's what it looks like. But, you think this thing wants to rotate on the tube? This is not a split. Is it split? Yeah, it's split. Okay, so I think I can back it off here a little bit. There we go. Okay, so what I'm doing, I was just loosening it up on the tube. There, tube and all of them come out now. There we are. Yeah, see, it's got 2 little feet. Never seen that before. See if I can get the tube to drop out here. Without cutting my don't really need to take it out, but I'm taking it out to make sure it's the right tube. What are the chances it's wrong? Pretty much nil, right? I mean, how could it be wrong? Stranger things have happened, but I don't expect that here. Ooh, she's a dusty one. EF89. And the little diagram is on the back here by any chance? Yes, there's one here too. EF87. 6DA6 or EF87. That's this tube. That's this tube. 87. EF89. You know, you never know. You just never know what is going to happen here. Whoops, sorry, I got this all held wrong. So EF89 sitting where an EF87. That just doesn't sound good to me offhand. Huh. I mean, this is right on the back of the radio itself. This isn't something I fetched off the internet. Okay, now what? Now what do we do? What do we do? So we should look at the schematic and see what it says about this tube. Because of conflicting information here. Okay, let's do that. So the tube we are looking for now is tube number how have they done this? So okay, so one of these is the magic eye tube, and the other one is the rectifier tube. So rectifier tube is on the other page. So the magic eye tube, yeah, the magic eye tube is this one, EM84, V8. So okay, this is the front, this is the back. Well, on the back are 3 tubes, the 3, 4, and 5, but it doesn't look right. There are 3 along the back. V3 should be the one we're talking about. V5 should be the V5. Here's V5, EABC, and EABC80. Oh, I'm confused. I've become confused. EF85, EABC80. Oh, part of. That's what's happening here. Part of. So the EABC80 is spread all over this schematic here. So there's double diodes there to run the FM detector, and then there'll be one more diode with a triode thrown in here for some reason. Another diode down here to detect. Oh, triode generating ABC voltage maybe? Or triode doing what it always does, just boosting the signal, audio signal after detection and passing it on. That's what it's doing. Okay, now I've pulled out not these tubes. The tube I'm after is a EF87. Do we see EF87 on here anywhere? I don't see it. EF87. Does it have a table of tubes? Oh, tube by bottom view. That's why I'm looking at this and kind of getting all messed around. Bottom view. So V1 is in a dotted. Maybe. Why would they? Oh, V1. Why would they dot that? Oh, it's up on top of the tuner. I guess that's why they made that dotted. Certainly not hidden from sight or something. Usually you dot things on a schematic because it's hidden from sight.
Okay, so we'll look at the other schematic, other half of the schematic here. And what we're trying to do is find the tube that I found. ECC85, that's the EZ80, we know what those are. Hey, that's it. That's it on here. It's just those two tubes. Uh-oh. What happened to either one of these tubes I'm looking for? How did I miss it? That's bizarre. Filaments. B+. These must be terminals right on the top of the... so you can check for B+ or something like that. Numbers assigned to coils, switches, plugs, sockets, and transformers are to facilitate circuit tracing or component placement and may not necessarily be found on the unit. Okay. So the problem here is I'm not finding either of the two tubes. I must have messed up. I must have messed up. Let me look again. EF87. Am I blind? Can I not spot EF87? It's right here in front of my face. And then going back to this V3, we must find which one is V3, V2, V3, EF89. What's the matter with me? EF87. It's an EF89 in there. Well, the sticker on the back says EF87. Are those two tubes just interchangeable? EF89 is typically what's found in these radios. That's been my experience. So we have the schematic and the radio agreeing, and the little sticker on the back not agreeing. So if we look at EF87, and oh my God, I got that. How did that happen? How did that picture get up there? Oh, I've been making a bad deal here. So I apologize for the camera shot that's sitting on top of here. The screen I'm looking at does not contain the camera shot you're seeing. I just looked over at my output screen and I see, oh, there's a camera shot sitting on top. So I'm really not going to go back and redo all that. You'll just have to trust me that the mysterious tube is not there. EF89. Right. So if I type in here EF89, EF87, substitute. Could an EF85 be used in place of an EF89? But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about EF87. Is that a typo mistake? Is that a typo? So nowhere is it mentioning the EF87 as a... Yeah, I don't... Bah, we're not doing this. Well, let's just take a look at what that is. Lots of good information on this website. I'm sure if you're into this, you visit this website regularly. So, look at this. Could an EF85 be in place of an EF89, a 6DA6? So a 6DA6 is the North American name for an EF89. And the stunning thing is, think about that. Now remember, 6DA6. 6DA6. So if we look at this, it says 6DA6 or EF87. It's a typo. This is a typo. It's supposed to say EF89 here. How many of these radios blew up because somebody did that, followed that? Now you could pull the tube out, you can't read the tube name on the tube anymore, so you look at the information. You trust the sticker on the back of the radio more than anything. Presto, you make a mess of your radio. Okay, so it should be an EF89. You know, it's just, you think tube testing, well, that must go along pretty straightforward. No, it seems that it never ever does. It's always some tricky stuff going on. EF89. Okay, now I'll get everything set up and we'll do the EF89. Okay, definitely EF89. Double check the settings already. And you go. Shorts. Now a lot of tube testing manuals and that will tell you when you're doing the short test you should be tapping the tube. They don't do that. There we are. So an EF89, it should, I have to just check here quickly, 1320. 3000 scale, 1320 is about there. Gotta get up past there. Ooh, it's a little weak because my finger's on the reject point. A good tube, an EF89 in good shape, should show 2000, should be up here. Doesn't make it to the reject point. Try it on the English. Okay. So you set this to English and then you just read the good and the bad. This is quite a weak tube according to this tube test. So we have a weak fellow on board. And he's in just a critical spot in the radio, and that's, I believe, it's an IF amplifier. And you want a strong tube right in this position. Put it back in, I'll leave the shield off for now. 2 more to go. Pull this guy out. ECH81. Most of the time when you're doing this type of tube, this type of radio, European style radio, you get the same tubes all the time. ECH81. Same thing in North American, right? Because I think they're kind of put together as a set. So we'll set this guy up for an ECH81. Okay, let's just double check this one. ECH81 should be EV2613 with a 7. 2613 with a 7. There's 2 tests for this tube. This is test number 1. Did the heater come on? I don't think the heater came on. Watch the pilot light. Yeah. Good time with this one. It's funny how different tubes into the same socket behave differently, and I don't think it's because the tube has a problem. It's the socket. Maybe it's heated up and I just can't see it. Let's try this. Shorts. Yeah, it's flashing, so it's definitely the heater's on. Okay, so this test for number 1 ECH81 should be 1260 or 2000, similar to the last one. 1260 puts it about here for the reject point. It's right on the reject point. And the second test is EV98030. 98030. double check. 98030. 98030. And then it's 1480. 1480. I'll use English. We're on the 3000 scale. Checking for shorts. 4, and what are we looking for in this test? It's supposed to come up to 2000 or 3200 for a really good tube. 2000's way up here. Oh. Oh. It's supposed to be at 2000 where my finger is. So, you know, doing more with this radio, with these weak tubes, especially, you know, like in series almost, kind of, you have the feeling that these tubes have to be resolved. I have to put better tubes in before I can tell why the radio is not performing very strongly. So it's these two now. The rest of them seem okay. The last one is the FM tube. Okay, I'm taking bets on this one. Put your money down. We didn't hear anything from the FM on this radio. ECC 85, that's the correct tube. We didn't hear a thing. These tubes, I find, these tubes are often worn out. Even though they're signal tubes, they seem to be worn out quite regularly. Not that my experience may be the be all and end all. ECC 85. I'll just carry on here. We'll just do it. ECC 85. 2 tests for that tube. EV 76080. 76080. 76080. And 11 and 85. 1185. So this will be for the first test on it. Double check here. 76080. 76080. There you go. Saw the dimming. A few videos ago, I coughed up a limerick at the opening of my video, and one of you wrote me a limerick back, and I don't have it here with me right now, and unfortunately I'm on a different radio, so I don't know how much sense it makes to read it, but I just wanted to say thank you very much for your very well-written limerick. You know who you are. Okay. Here we go. Expectations, this one will be weak. And ECC 85, 2580. 3000 scale, 2580 is way up here. Could be over 4000. I'm on the 6000 scale, 25 is right here. Oh baby, she's just, again, another tube on the reject point. A good tube, if this were a good one, this test would come up closer to 4100, which is way up here. A number of weak tubes in this radio. Now the second test for the ECC 85. EV 21030. 21030. 1185. 11 and 85. Shorts. No. And the same thing. 25. Scale 25 there. Equally weak. So, you know, if I was in the tube selling business, I'd be selling a few tubes to the owner of this radio, for sure. If, you know, back in the day, this would be enough right here. Probably pop in the new tubes and the radio will be working again.
So, 3 weak tubes. You can kind of guess this could be the root of why the radio is weak. Now, why not weak on the broadcast band, though? Why? Well, because the FM tube has nothing to do with it, first of all. And thirdly, I don't really know why one band would still be fairly strong. You know, maybe it's not as strong as it could be. I took time to try to fish in a strong antenna signal. Okay, I gotta think about what to do about these tubes and consider whether I've got useful replacements or not that we can mess around with. The thing is, I have other radios with tubes in them. I can always temporarily swap them around. Okay, I gotta stop now and think about things.